bring the heat.
Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And finally, we're finally doing a Juventus stream, everybody. So, of course, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we're going to get through it, man, because what is happening to our beloved Juventus? What is happening to all the Juventus fans in the chat, man? Because this Mercato, man, has been really disappointing. I didn't do a video on the Joao Mario. My apologies on that. I was going to do a reaction, which I probably would do a reaction video to it. Maybe like as a short. But, yeah, no, we definitely need to talk about Juventus. We need to talk about the transfer. And we also need to talk about the club as a whole in terms of the management, because it's been really disappointing in terms of getting the players, right? Juventus having no more pull for top players anymore. And this needs to be addressed as well. And we're going to go through it with the Douglas Luiz situation, which I'm actually going to be doing a video probably right after the stream about that, because I'm not really happy with Douglas Luiz, and I'm not happy how the management has also taken apart from this as well. Why is he still training? You know what I mean? Why is he, he should be punished after what he did. You know what I mean? Of course, where is Sancho, right? We've been saying, Sancho, all these reporters, Di Marzio, Nico Schira saying, Sancho, this close, right? And what happened? Now it's now ghost town. Now they're saying that Sancho is now far away. So, of course, the journalists in terms of the market for Juventus has been like flip-flops, which is crazy, right? I don't even know what to believe. That's why I'm not really doing that much of the videos, because it's like, we need to see concrete news. You know what I mean? I think the only concrete, supposedly, is the Hoyleman news, the midfielder from Sporting. That's like the only really concrete, right? And then the Leone one, which I could see, but at the same time I don't see it, because, he wants to stay at Parma. That's what they're saying. But big up to everybody in the chat that is coming in. Big up to BX Gunner, bro. Where's Sancho? Hopefully very far away. Yeah, man. Listen, but at the same time, Juventus need to sign players. Like, what are we waiting for? In my opinion, obviously, we just signed Conceição. I would go for a defender at the moment. I wouldn't concentrate on the forward right now. I would just concentrate on that back line. That back line is just like, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm very worried for the season. As a Juventus fan, very, very worried. So especially with our back line. Big up to Tony, man, every single time, brother. Big up, my guy. Hey, Juve being linked to Darwin Núñez. Yes, we would talk about that because obviously, I was just even going through it as well. I just saw that there was some news about Colomani as well. We're going to be pressing for Colomani too. So, but supposedly Darwin Núñez is like the dream, right? The dream. But I don't believe it until really I see more concrete news. But I think those are just the rumors. I mean, we were once linked with him before. But listen, um, Liverpool are going to want a lot of money for Darwin Núñez, most likely. Most likely they're going to probably ask for like 60 million, which Juventus for sure cannot get because just there's no way. No way unless we sell like a player for like that, right? That's the only way. But yeah, from a management standpoint, we can't get anybody at the moment unless we sell players, right? Douglas Luiz has to go. We would have to also sell Nico Gonzalez as well. Nico Gonzalez, like, what are we doing with that? We're going to talk about the Weah situation because I definitely want to bring up what his agent said because that is very concerning. And I think I know what the agent was talking about. Very, very concerning for me as a Juventus fan and probably for a lot of Juventini that actually saw the what Weah's agent was saying. But obviously, sometimes you can't go what the agent sometimes says. You have to look at it from a whole big view. But this is not good. But big up to Godfrey in the chat as well, bro. What's up, my guy? Big up to my guy. I see what the New Yorker is. Yeah, I see that, bro. Congrats, bro. Congrats on that signing, man. Big up to Dan as well. Says Sancho has too much higher wages, and he had an attitude problem at United. Exactly, and that's why I don't really think that we need, a player with that attitude because I've been thinking about, what if Sancho comes to Juve and does good? I've been saying that it's a 50-50 signing if we do get him. You know what I mean? Supposedly we're not linked to Donnarumma anymore. That's gone supposedly. Because we have Di Gregorio. Juve should go for keeper Vicario from Tottenham, which I wouldn't mind, right? That's maybe but he would probably want to be like what first choice, but nah, I'm fine with Di Gregorio, man. No, nothing's wrong with Di Gregorio, man. I think Di Gregorio, for me, I think he's an outstanding goalkeeper. I mean, he's definitely done well. Big up to AK in the chat, man. How are you, bro? Big up to you, my guy. I got AK, bro. Of course, this guy, bro. The fraud is in the chat, everybody. Nah, just kidding. What's happening, Liam? What's happening? But yeah, no, I definitely want to, of course, get into it, right? Let's start off with Sancho, right? Lots of rumors, right? We were talking about it before. Nico Schida, Di Marzio. A lot of these guys were saying, oh, Sancho is close. It's almost a done deal. We're this close to it. Here we go, right? Then, of course, we get a couple of their sources that I'm like, okay, but now it's like moving farther away. Why would we sell Mbangula? Which, in my opinion, was a big, big, big mistake. We should have kept him. We should just kept him playing for, with them to the next season. But we'll see. Michael, red card, brother. Red card, bro. If I had a red card, I'll be giving you one right now, bro. No UCL, bro. You deserve only 3, not 4, okay, bro? Big up, though, to my guy, Michael, every single time, bro. Big up to my guy, Michael. But listen, with Sancho, of course, with the attitude problem, with United, for me, we don't need that drama. We're already dealing with Vlahovic, right? We're dealing with a lot of these other players. Douglas Luiz now, right? Weah, right? With the agent. So we don't really need the drama at the moment with the club. So if I'm looking at it from, a Juventus fan standpoint right now, I'm like, okay, but we do need to sign a player, to have quality and to rotate with Conceição, right? Knowing that Conceição, is not going to be consistent. We probably would need something new, unless he has like a breakout season, right? But yeah, no, we definitely need to make some moves in that position, right? I mean, because Nico Gonzalez for me is not Juventus material. But yeah, for sure, man. And Bangula, man, that's the thing, man. I don't understand. We had a player that I think could have really worked out for Juventus, but we gave him away. The same thing happened with Huijsen. Now we don't know if Mbangula is going to be all that, right? Right? I mean, we don't know, but you know what I mean. That's another gem that we're giving away. You know, and it's really to where what was the team's name? Werder Bremen or something like that in the Bundesliga. Like, what are we doing here? What are we smoking? Like, what is the management smoking? You know, and I definitely want to look into it as well with that. But yeah, for me, Sancho, if he does come, of course I would support the player. You know, but for me, it's a 50-50 signing, guys. It's a 50-50 signing, 100%, because we don't know how if he's going to perform like he is doing at Man United right now, or if he's going to be performing like he was at Dortmund, which we don't really know. But I'm not really confident in Sancho in terms of the performances, in terms of the consistency. I'm not very confident after what he was showing at Man United and at Chelsea. No way. Um, Yeah, I mean, guys, what are you guys' thoughts on Sancho? Do you guys think that he could fit in the Serie A? Let me know in the chat if you guys think that Sancho could fit in the Serie A and could fit Juve's system, right? Because right now, Tudor, I believe, wants to go with a 3-4-3 formation, which it makes sense after we don't want to start Lloyd Kelly, right? The ideal backline for next season supposedly is Bremer if he's healthy and ready, right? Gatti and Kalulu. So that'll be probably our back line if we can remain healthy with full players, obviously, which most likely won't happen. But I don't know. Man. We'll see. But and then if we get Leone right, which I doubt, but there was supposedly I saw the rumor or whatever. Maybe he could fit with Bremer too. He could do maybe we could do like a 4-man back line. Which in my opinion we should definitely play a 4-man back line, but it is what it is. Which we might go back to that. I mean, who knows, right? Because we just got Joao Mario, which I do want to have my say on that because not happy about it, but at the same time, I'm not going to judge until he plays, right? With Juve, because you never know. He could be he could be like, who knows? He could break out with this Juventus team. You never know. So, but I'm not going to get my hopes up on Joao Mario, that's for sure, because I never really seen him that much in action. That's why then that's another thing that doesn't really concern me is that we giving away another gem was Porto Costa that had a huge potential to become getting better and better at his position every day at Juve. So but that's another one. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yes, we're gonna talk about Mr. Vlahovic, man, because I hope he leaves, man. I really hope he leaves because there's just too much drama, man. There's too much drama, and I think that it's really time to move on from Mr. Vlahovic because, and that's why there were some reports actually from Mate Moretto that's saying that the AC Milan entourage did contact Vlahovic and Juventus at the moment, but there's no offer. So at the moment, there's no offer, but there's just only contacts. But yeah, I'm not that happy, I would say, with how Vlahovic has been behaving at Juve because my gosh, bro, it's unbelievable what's really been happening, with this man. So, what age is Joao Mario? I believe he's 25 years old. So we're giving away what? I believe Alberto Costa was like what 21, 22, giving him away for a 25-year-old. So one thing about Joao Mario, which I would say he has some, link up play. That's great. I think that we've been missing a lot of that link up play, especially from the, transitions from the defensive phase to the attacking phase. We've definitely been missing that. And then he could provide really, really good crosses, supposedly, which I think that's going to be lethal for a striker like Jonathan David, right? Because he's going to need service, right? So I think with him, supposedly, like I said, I haven't watched him played, but I'm going off of what I'm hearing from a lot of other Juventus fans. I think that we could definitely say that Joao Mario could be useful, for the right back. But I don't know, man. It is what it is. But yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about it for sure, man. Gio, do you think we should sell Big Mac? for me, it's 50-50. Do I want to personally? I want to get rid of him, but he's versatile. That's the thing. He's versatile, and when he plays, he's very aggressive, which sometimes you need that. But at the same time, we have Thuram, that can do that. So for me, I think, and then not just that, but for me, I'm not a big fan of McKennie anymore, especially after that damn interview that him and Weah had talking bad about Italian food. That kind of, yeah, it just carved and just said, you know what, that's it. Get the Big Mac out. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But yeah, big up to Musso, bro. What's up, man? How are you, bro? It's been a while, man. What do you think about the swap deal with Alberto Costa gone for him? I hate it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but like I said, we cannot judge until we really see like how Joao Mario would fit. You know what I mean? With how he would really fit with the team. I'm not gonna judge a player as of yet, right? But we'll see in the first couple preseason games, right? If we see that's going to be like another Lloyd Kelly signing, then oh man, get ready, Juventus fans, because we're going to be in for another terrible season. Which I don't expect much from this season, but I expect at least some improvement, right? Because getting rid of Vlahovic, got Jonathan David, I expect at least something better up there. But obviously, at the moment, I mean, we need defenders. So unless we get defenders, if we could get defenders and maybe like one quality midfielder, I think we'll be fine. But it is what it is. The other Milanista is now in the chat. Big up, Francesco, bro. How are you, man? Finally, I'm just doing a Juve show, man, because it's been a while since I haven't done one. Been very busy, guys. So my apologies for that as well. Been very busy this summer. So, apparently the media is saying only one. Yes, and I want to talk about Miretti as well. That's why I said because Napoli supposedly are backing off from the Miretti deal because Juventus apparently won 20 to 25 million, while Napoli are only offering 15. So, and who knows? I mean, if Miretti's performing also in the in training, that's actually I think we should keep Miretti. I don't think we should be strengthening, right? Giving options for Napoli. You know what I mean? In terms of the league, right? We don't want that. So and plus they always give us a hard time with their transfers. So you know what? If they want somebody, they gotta either pay up or fight schifo. They gotta get out. So yeah. No, I mean listen, I would keep Miretti. I think that he could add something from for this Juventus team, Um but yeah, man, we'll see, man. We should definitely play Miretti though for sure. Of course, my concerns was his injuries. I mean, he did have a couple injuries last season, but remember a lot of the Juventus team last season they were all out anyway, so it doesn't really matter for that. But I'm hoping for different this season that we could actually remain healthy for once, and actually have a full squad. But especially with the amount of games, it's going to be definitely difficult. So, but yeah, let's touch on Miretti, right? I mean, they were saying that Napoli, right, getting close to getting the deal done, right? But now I think they're backing off from it. And it looks like Miretti could stay at Juve, which I think is going to be a big bonus. I think it would be really, really great if we could keep him because at the moment we definitely would need somebody with that could add something, right? Maybe a creative spark, maybe off the bench. Maybe if we start him and actually start playing with playing him, I think that would be much better for the team in terms of maybe going forward, right, from the transitions. I think that he could definitely be an added bonus for that. So, I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, I think Miretti should stay, but listen, this Juventus management, man, has been really moving really badly. So, yeah, let's just hope, man, that Miretti can stay because I really do want him to stay at the club, but it's up to the management because obviously, if I was running the management, it would be a lot different from a lot of the players that are going to be leaving. So, but we don't know what's going on really behind the scenes in terms of them. So. But the Costa will be Porto next Danilo, then sell him for mega money. Yeah, probably, man. I don't know. We'll see, bro. Catalan. I don't know, man. I hope Alberto Costa, of course, good luck to him. Now he's at Porto. But now we got to focus on our own problems, man. And Joao Mario, obviously, still unknown, but it is what it is. Costa played great during the Club World Cup. He deserved to play. I agree. He did play great. I think he did struggle though against obviously like Man City. He definitely struggled against Man City, especially he was getting cooked by Doku. I mean, obviously, he's quick, but and I get it. Costa, still has room to grow. But he definitely did play great, especially the first two games. We died, and yeah, but if we're gonna count those teams as well, with all due respect to those teams, but they're not top like teams. Like now you're gonna be going up against Serie A, but it is what it is. I think listen, we could have used him, but the club wants to go a different direction. They go a different direction, and we can't really do anything, for it. So Juve should have tried for Lookman. Yeah, but we already know Atalanta, man. They, they want, right? We had the same crap with Coop Miners the previous Summer Mercato, right? We offered 40 Coop Miners. Then they bribed us for what? 50 to 60. Then we paid him for 60. And then it was over, And they waited till like the last market. Like, so we didn't get a full preseason with Coop Miners. And it was just like a last minute signing. And we couldn't really do anything about it. And that's why, for me, I don't want to do any more business with Atalanta. When I heard about Retegui and stuff like that, people were saying, let's go for Retegui. I'm like, nope, close the door. Close the door with Atalanta completely. Lookman too. I don't care, because they already know they're going to try to get 60, 70, maybe 80 million for Lookman. They're going to try to do that, man. And I don't like that, man. I really don't like that. So we'll see, man. And for me, listen, we saw how Retegui did, right? He did okay. He did pretty good for a Serie A season for what, his second, right, or first, whatever it was. I think it was a second season in Serie A. Especially at Genoa, he was putting up good numbers, and then he went to Atalanta, and he was really, really thriving under Gasperini. And then we saw the road that he took. He went to, I believe it was Saudi, 75 million, and you see his wages are so high. So imagine if he would have came to Juventus, right? Like, he's gonna be wanting crazy wages, most likely. So for me, I don't see Retegui at Juve for sure. Big up Davide says sell Luis, play Miretti. Yeah, 100%, 100%. But the thing is, who wants Luis? There's like nobody. Who are you gonna say? Premier League clubs? Maybe I don't know. Miretti, I think could be a great squad rotational player, and maybe, who knows, he could really thrive, right? You never know if you play him more, and he could just get better day by day, because he's still young. You know what I mean? He's young, and he's able to improve, which we need players to really improve. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But with Luis, obviously, big flop. He needs to leave. I already said this. And speaking about Luis, we're definitely going to talk about it. I definitely want to go through everybody's comments, because I see that there's some comments. So I'm going to go through the comments, and then we'll talk about the Douglas Luiz situation with Juventus, because I'm not happy about that either. And I definitely want to do a recap, since I haven't done a Juventus live in a bit. So I definitely wanted to touch up on that. And I'm going to be doing a video, so I'm not going to really spoil that much on what I'm going to say for the Luiz topic. But, I'll have like my 2 cents, let's say. If we sell McKennie and Luiz, we could use those funds for Højlund, which would be a top signing. And I agree, 100%. I agree. I think that he could really make a big difference in that midfield for Juventus, along with other players like, Yildiz, Thuram, right? Especially Conceição. And I think that he could do well. But of course, my thing about this, right, is, are we going to sell McKennie? How are we going to get it, right? What's the deal? Because if we sell him for cheap, then really it's not really going to work. Luiz, what's the clubs who is interested in Luiz that could really give us some cash, right? If we could get at least 40 million for Luiz, I'll be happy if we could do that. That'll be a miracle. But yeah, for me, I would sell McKennie 100% and Luis. Those are the two guys I think I really want gone. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? But yeah, no, for sure. Willian, I think, would be the dream for the midfield for Juve, right? In terms of the what's going on in this Mercato, but it is what it is. Big up to RB Comps. Allegri, a true Juventino, trying to take Vlahovic to Seft. Yeah, but who knows, man? RB Comps, bro. We'll see what happens with Milan, right? I mean, so far they've been doing okay in preseason, but we all know what happened last preseason. They did well, they went undefeated, and they really did bad in the league. But this is a different Milan because of Allegri. Allegri will stabilize the team, that's for sure. He will stabilize the team, without a doubt. So, Retegi overrated. Yes, we spoke about Retegi. Big up to Barca Reacts, my guy Jonas, bro. Big up to you, my guy. And definitely, guys, you already know the drill. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And of course, share the content, guys, because we do have a giveaway upgoing, guys. Me and my brother, Frank, which we will be doing a stream, giveaway stream. Nothing to do with really Juve. This is more European for everybody. If anybody wants to look into it, it's actually a signed Vinny Jr. shirt. We have an extra one that my brother was getting. He told me, hey, if you know anybody that's football related, couch related, and that wants a shirt, send it to the giveaway, stuff like that. So check on our Instagram in the description below if you guys want to enter the giveaway, because we are doing that. So it ends July 31st. So you must enter before July 31st. If you guys want Vinny Jr. And like I said, for me, I was like, I'm like, hell no, I don't want no Vinny jersey. So that's why we're like, gonna give it away. So let me know in the chat if you guys are interested, and you guys could go check that out on our Instagram in the description below. Miretti's a good play, nothing more. Miretti's nothing special, but I think we could use him for depth, bro, because at the moment, man, we don't have it, man, and I don't see any player in that midfield other than Thuram. I don't really see that creative spark. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in the transitions, I think Miretti could be a good piece, especially because he has room to grow. We still yet haven't seen him play under Tudor, so let's see what happens. You never know. Let me see here. What about Gabriel Jesus? No way. Nope. Dan? Nope. Stop there. No Gabriel Jesus. Nope. I don't think he would do well at Juve. I don't think that he would be Juve material, especially after his injury record. No. No way for me. No way. So McKennie, he's mid. I think the only reason why Juve really kept him for most seasons was because he was versatile and he also had the heart. You know what I'm saying? He had the drive to really work harder. And I think Juve really stood by that and was like, okay, I see your work ethic. You know what I mean? But for me, I think the time is up for McKennie, man, because I think we need different midfielders that can actually do something, not just be like a chicken without a head, man, because that's what McKennie usually does. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I mean, do we really think Fonseca would succeed at with Milan? I know, Francesco, I know. But that's why I said Allegri this season. This is a different season for Milan. This is more like of a, obviously the objective would be to get the Champions League for you guys, right? But who knows with the players that you are signing? I in my opinion, you guys are going to be at least top two. I think. At the moment, top two. I mean, but who knows with Roma, man? Because if Roma break out, that's going to be interesting too. Because they just signed Wesley. Who else did they sign? They signed Ferguson, and the last two friendlies they blew out the last two teams that they versed, which is crazy, man. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, man. Big up to my guy Soccer Junkie, bro. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you, my guy. I'm getting so tired, bro. Can Vlahovic leave already? I know, guys. We gotta hang in there though. let's just see in the next couple of days, or who knows, man. I mean, there was the rumors about the AC Milan entourage talks, but that was from Mate Moretto. So, with Vlahovic, let's see, because I heard also Man United was interested, supposedly, again. So, we don't know, but listen, for me, I don't know, man. Coop flying under the radar. Yep. We're definitely going to talk about Coop Miners. For me, every time he touches the ball, 5 to 6 feet in front of him, and the ball gets stolen. He just doesn't fit this Juventus system. He only works like a Gasperini type of system, maybe a De Zerbi type of system, right? Could really fit into those types of systems. But he is not a Juventus player. Like, for me, no way. Not a Juventus caliber. Especially under the pressures and stuff like that. But we'll see. I could be wrong. And if he proves me wrong, hey, that's great, because guess what? He's doing good for the team. He's doing good for Juve. So, and that's his job, right? You got paid 60 million and you're supposed to perform. So let's see, right? Big up to Andres. Gio, we can't lower our standards to Gabriel Jesus, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't need that. You know what I mean? Why would, that would be a disaster. That would be a disaster, man, if we get Gabriel Jesus. And I hope this link doesn't come, because then it's going to be bad, Garnacho, I do not want Garnacho. No. If we do end up getting him, obviously I'm going to support, but I do not want Garnacho. No. Nope. No way. Because this guy, I don't want to see him doing the Ronaldo celebrations, you know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Like, it's, for me, I don't think Garnacho would really fit with the Serie A, in my opinion. And who knows? We'll see. Just get Colomani. He did well last season and would help our attack on a ton, 100%. My idea was actually to, if we get Colomani right permanently, that we would test out Colomani and Jonathan David playing a 2-striker. I really want to see that. I think that could really work well, especially with the link-up play. It could also help Colomani out if we play like that type of formation. We would have to go back to a 3-5-2, which, in my opinion, I don't like that formation, but I would just want to see how Colomani and Jonathan David would do, in those positions. I think that they would really work out. That's my opinion. I think that they would work out if they played next to each other. But we'll see. We'll see, man. I mean, supposedly Juve is going to be pressing for Colomani, and Colomani does want to return to Juve, so I think that's going to be a great help. So it's just up to PSG. PSG wants the money right now for Colomani. Juventus doesn't want to go and pay a lot. So let's see what happens, man. It's going to be a crazy couple weeks until the end of Mercato, that's for sure. Yeah, it should be minimum 100%. I agree with this by McKenny. But that's what the club was looking at that for years. But that's what I've been saying, Harvey Comps, is that our management is so messed up. Is that we don't have an identity in that management really anymore, except for, maybe 1 or 2 people. But the rest, even including like the owner, Elkan, he's really marking us for that. It's really bad from his part. Running a club, it's just not his specialty. He's the guy that would be in the background as a shareholder, as maybe an investor, but taking control of a club, which he did, right? Especially after what happened with Agnelli, right? Then there was just no ambition. There was just nothing. He took Juventus as like a company. Juventus is more like a company than a football club now. Why do I say that? Well, you could tell by, there's new stuff, right? We could talk about, the new DJs, right? The collaborations, which is all good, right? But we're not winning. I mean, so that's another thing that's like really disturbing, is that the club is not winning, but you're doing all these things, right? Which, in my opinion, you should be investing, instead of investing in that at the moment, you should be investing in the team and trying to make it better once again, right? Try to make Juventus great again, right? We don't know. But for me, I don't know, man, how this is quality. I know it is what it is, though, bro, because It should be the minimum. I've been saying this, on the channel that with the hard work, worth ethic. Yes, we need that. Players need to have that. You know what I mean? But it should be the minimum. It shouldn't be the most important thing. It's obviously the the quality of the player. It should be what the player has to contribute for the team, right? Which McKennie, like I said, he has all these things, but in terms of really showing up in the biggest moments, really trying to perform, he's just not good enough. He's average. So gotta touch on Ben Leon. Wow, that's insane. These qualities should be minimum in Sunday League, let alone in top flight football. Yeah, 100%, bro. Ricci was such a good signing for them. Yeah, 100%. Finally, Milan got some Italian players on the team, though. That's for sure. Big up to Adam every single time, bro. Big up. Of course, everybody smash the likes. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Share the content as always, because we're definitely going to do some more Juventus content. More. I'm going to try to do a lot more for you guys, 100%. So, but yeah. David can probably play in a position that Conceição played during the Club World Cup as well, I think. Yeah, we'll see. But I definitely will obviously start him in the striker position. I mean, and then maybe we could experiment on things. Especially, and plus we have the friendly matches, so what I'm saying, it is what it is. So the Tim Weah's agent said Juventus blocking Marseille move. We will get into that. I didn't see that with the Weah's agent. I just heard about there's other stuff that he said, which I was like, okay, we need to bring this up. Because I'm not happy with the words from Tim Weah's agent, especially with the management. I'm like, whoa, that's not good. You know what I mean? If what he's saying is true, it's not good. It's not good. That's what's happening. So, we get to SSB every single time, bro. Says, yo, what up? Do you rate friendly matches? I feel like they don't tell much. Well, friendly matches just show you who is really good and who is, especially who can contribute for the team, really. That's what it's trying to say, what friendlies are. I mean, who's good enough to play for the club? That makes sense. You know what I mean? That's what I think with, what we're going to see, right? If Joao Mario, right? If all these guys that are coming in, Jonathan David, that's going to be another test, right? Obviously, if he could score, that'd be great. But obviously, what he does in the Serie A the first couple games is going to also be good, too. Because we definitely need to see, we need to rate it. So, for sure. Let's see what happens. I don't really rate the friendlies, but I think in terms of seeing what we have at the moment and really try to get everybody on the same page, friendly matches I think do the trick. We're doing good, by the way. I hear something like that. I listen. I'll go through it and we'll talk about it as well, because we definitely need to do that, man. Hearing Napoli may go after Grealish now. Ndoye going to Nottingham. Yep. Yes. Ndoye. Yes, he's going to Nottingham, and Sancho maybe back to Dortmund. Well, I think the Sancho deal is actually at risk. It's definitely at risk. So again, who is Juventus going to buy? Especially if we get rid of Nico Gonzalez, right? I mean, we already got rid of Mbangula, right? We're supposed to going to get rid of Weah, right? But let's see what happens. We don't know what's going to happen with that. So, and Grealish, really? Napoli's going to go after Grealish? Oh man. Oh, it makes sense because of Alicia Lehman, right? That's probably why Grealish is getting linked with a trip to Italy, bro. Oh my gosh. Crazy. But big up to Mas every single time. Gio, what's the deal with the fullbacks? We still need one more. 100%. At the moment, nothing really with the fullbacks. At the moment, there's really nothing with the fullbacks. I think after Joao Mario, it's pretty much it right now. So, which, like I said, we definitely need another fullback. But the thing is, I think a lot of people did forget that we also have Cabal as well. I think a lot of people forgot that we have Cabal. So Cabal is definitely going to be, a player that we're going to need again, as like the new player, which we'll see. He comes back from injury, right? Which supposedly he's already training with the team as well as Bremer. So, they're getting closer and closer to their return, and we'll see. We'll see, man. So, Grealish knows still got my time. Yep. Napoli having successful former Prem star fails. Yes. But that's the reason why they're having that is because they have a coach that knows what, he's a winner. Don't deny it. I mean, Conte is a winner. We all know this. Yeah, I heard Napoli was asking McTominay about Grealish. Really? That's crazy. Never would have thought that, right? But Roma, some signings, yes, they signed Ferguson, Wesley as well from Flamengo, which was that's a crazy signing for them. Napoli were unstoppable last season. What? Well, I mean, unstoppable. They had their moments, right? But Inter never capitalized, right? Inter, obviously, playing 3 competitions, So, like I said, I want to see how Napoli do with more competitions, and we'll get into that because a lot of Napoli fans are saying this. Let them have the hype, because they won the Scudetto, and I respect that. They are the Scudetto champions, so but I don't know about Ensemble. They only won the league last season by really 1 point. So, and plus Inter lost 3 games in a row. Roma, Bologna. I believe they also tied with Lazio, so they really dropped a lot of points too. So, obviously Napoli clinched it because they have more days to rest and they have more time to prepare. Now it's going to be a real test for, I think, Napoli as a team and also for Conte. This is going to be, I think, the breaking point for Conte is if it can really perform, obviously, right, in different multiple competitions and also do well in the league. So we'll see. I mean, listen, they're building a squad. They're literally building the Avengers, bro. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, I have to say. Really asking. Oh, KDB, yeah, KDB played with Man City, so I expect that. Yeah. Gio, what are your thoughts on Gattuso, new Italy head coach? Decent. I think it's a decent. I think that he could definitely maybe give some life in that locker room. Slap some of the players in that locker room around. And possibly revive the team in terms of call up some players that deserve to be called up. So I expect some things, right? Obviously. Saw Roma get Gilardi too from really. Wow. Well, they also got somebody else. They just got somebody else too. Moss. They just got somebody else today. There's another thing that they also got. Yes, so guys, more on the Miretti news here because I just saw another post go from JuveCorner cast on Twitter. Should McKennie be sold this summer, then Juventus would block any potential ideas of Miretti leaving. Again, this is from Tutto Sport. So, yeah, I think the chances of Miretti leaving are now getting smaller and smaller because I think obviously if we get rid of McKennie, I think that we're going to block. Yes, Wesley from Flamengo, yes. Gio, how many signings do you think Juventus should make by the end of this Mercato? For me, I would say a striker, a winger, and a midfielder, a fullback, and a center back. I believe, right, in my view, Juventus should make at least 5 to 6 signings, maybe 5. And I definitely agree with we definitely need a striker. We definitely need a winger. Midfielder, 100%. We need a quality midfielder that can really be that creative spark in the midfield, right? Because we don't really have that. Locatelli's okay. He's great in terms of defensively, providing, doing stuff defensively. But in terms of the attacking phase, he's not that good. We need somebody that can definitely do something in terms of that. So if we could do that, that'd be great. A fullback, I agree. A center back, I think, crucial. We need to get a center back. Center back must be for this market, especially I heard also Lodo Kelly. If we get any offers from him, right? We're definitely going to need at least a center back or 2. In my opinion, I think we need 2. But listen, 1 is okay because at least we're getting 1. But it has to be a good defender. It needs to be a good and convincing defender for me. a striker. If we can get Colomani, I think that would do the job. I think that, listen, what can we do? Darwin Núñez, right? If we get him, I mean, listen, you never know, he could cook, but yeah, we'll have to see, right? We don't know. In a winger, it would depend on if Nico Gonzalez leaves, right? Weah leaves as well, then we'll probably get another winger. But yeah, my focus, in my opinion, midfielder, center back. Those are my two. Like, you need to strengthen that. Midfield and the center back. And possibly a fullback. I'll add fullback in there. If you get those three, then we're fine. We'll be fine. Do I think we're going to compete for the Scudetto? No. Do I think that we might make it to top 4? Yes. We'll be more, I think, we'll be definitely there for the top 4, for sure. But yeah. AC Milan, saying AC Milan and Juve monitoring Darwin. Yes. Supposedly we are monitoring Darwin Núñez. Yes. Which, for me, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening at all. Because, they're going to want 60 million. Juventus doesn't have, the money, the funds for this. So, we don't. Man. Salute to Cookie, brother. What's happening, my friend? What's happening, man? And guys, smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let me see. I like Miretti staying. Yes, we should. I hope he stays, but it'll all depend, I think, on McKennie. Then Juventus will shut the doors on any potential offers. So, go back to Brazil. Yep. Fabio Vieira. Wow. Yeah, I heard about that. Big up to Zier, bro. Every single time, man. Hey, how are you, bro? I wish Leone was active for us, but I'm glad we're securing him. Come on, Leone. There is rumors and talks about it, but it's not a done deal. And at the moment, unless I see something from Romano talking about it, really, you know what I mean? Then listen, I don't even trust Romano anymore because of what's been happening with all this transfer bull crap. But listen, time will tell, Koki. And I hope, Leone, that would be great, But at the same time, Juve wants to loan him out again, which, in my opinion, if we get Leone and we loan him out, it's not good. Not good, but and I get it because you never know. I mean, so if he wants to stay at Parma, I guess put him on for a loan for a year. But in my opinion, I wouldn't do that. But it's not confirmed for Leone, not yet. Good Juve locked up got the don't sell you this, please. He will hold it. Yeah, listen. I think that I heard about the Chelsea bid or whatever. 60 million. That's a disgrace. Chelsea fans, are you kidding me? Like, what is this? Pull up the cash that you earned for the Club World Cup that you just won. What are you doing? You want this? Let's go. 200 million on the spot. Frauds. Man, Chelsea, man. The hell? Calling yourselves that, man. He will be Bremer's successor. I think he'll be great with Bremer together. In my opinion. Yep. Obviously, guys, you already know what to do. Slap the likes and subscribe. Otherwise, you probably will end up like Kelly at the back, which you don't want, to be Kelly at the back. So definitely do that and share the content as always, guys. Let's go. Of course, our sub target right now is at 1.5K, and of course, the dream will be to 2,000, 2K. Come on. By the end of August, by the time I get back to Florida, which will be around August 27th, I'll be back in Miami for my college semester. 2K. That's the target. We're going to grind. We're grinding, boys and girls in the chat. We're grinding. Let's go. We're on it. So, wanting Parma. Yeah, I do. I would like it, for Juventus to get him. But obviously, at the moment, I'm being calm about it. But at the same time, it's like Juventus, I hear about the deal, and I'm like, okay, but, sending him back on loan, for a year? Not good. Because we need a CB. We need a center back. So, Cologne plus David at the front will feed generations. I agree. I think they could do very well if they play together. Zier, man. Listen, man. I don't know what to say. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Yeah, for me, listen, if we get Colo, I think we're okay with strikers. I think Jonathan David is a good striker. I think he's underrated. So we'll see. We'll see, right? Because a lot of people have been doubting Jonathan David, really doubting him to really perform. So we'll see, guys. I'm obviously I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt too. You know, I'm going to give him at least 6 months. If he doesn't do well at 6 months, obviously, then I'm going to say that he's a flop. So I'm giving him 6 months from the start of the season up to like December, January-ish. If he doesn't really perform, then we gotta get another striker. But which would be a disaster. Which I hope that's not the case. So you need a goalkeeper. But at the same time, Perrin wants to stay, I believe. So I think with the backup, I mean, let's see what happens, right? I heard that there's a couple of goalkeeper solutions, but yeah, I don't know, man. Bremer's 100%. We are top 3. Bremer at his best is a game changer. 100%. I think we definitely missed him last season. We missed Bremer a lot. And obviously, if we could get a defender that can help Bremer out too, I think that will be also a game changer even more. You know what I mean? But let's see. You really think that we are in the top 3? I mean, listen, Koki, I mean, it all depends if Bremer can stay healthy, right? Because if Bremer can stay healthy, then we need to look abroad. We need to start preparing for his departure. You know what I mean? But obviously, I don't want to get rid of Bremer because I think he's a solid. He's definitely one of our best. He's definitely one of our best players on this team, without a doubt. I don't care if he's injured. Definitely crucial. And we lost him last season, which was bad, and we never replaced him since. So, I got some names that will interest you. Yeah, let's see, bro. Yes, it's not. My bad. I'm desperate for good news. I know, bro. It's okay, man. It's okay, but it's not a done deal yet. That's why I would have put him. If Leone was almost a done deal, I would have put it on the title. But yeah. Bayern got the Clement Luis Diaz quality, but it is what it is, bro. 200 million. Listen, I'm just trolling, bro. SSB, bro. Listen, bro. For me, 100 million, maybe 110, 115. That's my range. If a Premier League club wants to, bro, I'm putting the Prem tax on it, bro. Put the Prem tax, you know what I'm saying, bro? But yeah, I don't think that Juve is gonna sell him either way. No way. Not even if it's 100 million, 110. It's got to be big price, bro. I mean, and listen, Chelsea, they got the cash. So if Chelsea's gonna, wants to yield this, bro, they're gonna have to pull out the cash, bro. Prem tax every time, bro. We should definitely do that, bro. You know what I mean, so it is. It is what it is. I mean, like an 80 million sign. Well, I beg. I say 100. I say 100, but it is what it is. Richie looks sick for AC Milan. I think AC Milan will finish top five. Wow. I have them. I have them actually competing for the Scudetto. I do. I think that Allegri will stabilize Milan, and will, especially because the players at Milan currently, they fit more in that Allegri type system in terms of counterattack, and Allegri loves to do that. Because remember, all it matters, they're playing one game a week, and one goal. This guy with the Cortamuso, this guy only needs one goal, and it would defend the whole game, and you never know, it could work for them. I mean, especially that they have Ricci, they're going to have Modric as well for experience and for leadership in that team. They have players, Pulisic, Leao on the counter. I mean, they have good players. So I wouldn't be saying no. I wouldn't be surprised. They have Fofana. They have a couple other good players on that team. So obviously, my concern for Milan would be that damn back line. But listen, it's been doing okay for them. So especially in the preseason, but can't really judge by preseason, But listen, they haven't been doing that bad. Oh, I'm not. I'm not doubting Jonathan David. There's just a lot of other Juventus fans, even with even Serie A fans. I don't want to talk about even with Napoli, Inter. You already know the deal I deal with the Calcio, right? With all these guys, these bacalas, right? They all say that, oh, Jonathan David this, Jonathan David that, Jonathan David won't score more than 10 goals, which is crazy to me in the whole season. That would be bad. But anything's possible. So I hope they're wrong. But I'm gonna back Jonathan David. I'm giving him 6 months, obviously. Because I have high expectations. You join a top club like Juve, you must perform. You must perform. You know. No. Listen. I'm not doubting Mas. I'm not doubting Jonathan David. I'm backing him. I think that he could score at least 20 goals, maybe more. I said that he could do better than Vlahovic this season, and that was 15 to 20 goals. I said that Jonathan David could do. Who knows? He could probably get more because the amount of games now. Who knows? But we'll see, bro. We'll see, bro. Oh, 100%, 100%, bro. Let's hope so. PK taker, we don't even know. We don't even know who's going to be a PK taker for Juve yet. So, I mean, obviously, who was it? I know it was who was it? I believe who I think was it Locatelli that took the damn PKs? Or was it the last game? The last game he took that. It was Vlahovic. Yeah, so probably Jonathan David will be the penalty taker. Yeah, which I don't mind at all. This year been broken by Liverpool this offseason. Yeah, listen, bro. Liverpool, bro, have been like scamming some teams, bro. It's crazy. But let's see what happens. You never know with the Bayern with Diaz, right? You never know. Even Nunes with Al Hilal. I wouldn't surprise if he actually cooks there, but Renato Vega was going to go. That's another player I wish that we kept. Going to go to either Bayern or Atletico Madrid, but both moves fell through. And now today, Nico Schiro said there's a chance we could go back in for him. Yes. And that would be great if we could get Renato Vega back. Imagine Renato Vega and Bremer in that back line. That cooks. I like that. Because then you have somebody that's been in Serie A, top defender in the league, especially at Torino. And he could really pass on some things for Renato Vega, and I think that would be great. And I think that also being a permanent player at Juve would give the player more motivation. And I think that Vega would be great for Juve. I really think so. But let's see what happens, man. Because obviously we need a center back. We definitely need a center back. But let's see what happens. I'm definitely very curious to see what Juventus does in terms of that backline role. That's my main concern at the moment is the backline. I don't really care about is the backline, midfield, and the fullback. That's in my opinion. We need to focus on those first, and we could go after like a striker or whatever. I mean, Jesse wants everyone. Yeah. Yep. AC Milan were very impressive in their win over Liverpool in the friendly match. Yeah, that's true, but you can't really judge at the moment because, bro, it's Liverpool right now. They're just trying to regroup, right? Now I'm hearing that they're gonna make this insane move if they get Isak, bro. Prepare. You might as well, bro. If they get Isak, you might as well just give Liverpool the title. Just give them the title if Isak goes to Liverpool. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. So we read those, especially with high expectations because there's a big call. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, man. That's another reason why we need to always have our standards up. You know what I mean? There needs to be criticism, especially towards the management, and of course towards the players, coach. Whenever he does a lot of things wrong, which I definitely criticized Tudor a lot in terms of especially in the Club World Cup. I criticized Tudor 100%. Obviously, I'm not going to go too far because remember, with the players that he has, he's trying. So let's see what happens though. Let me see here. Diaz and Nunes were club signings and not slot signings. Yes. That's why I believe, we'll see with Nunes. I mean, I don't know, man. Too much money. Okay. Gio, I was quite surprised Juve never looked at getting Isak before he went to Newcastle. Very surprised, but at the same time, I'm not too surprised because the management, again, Dan, our management is just so bad. It's all over the place, man. You know what I mean? And it's really, really concerning. It's very concerning. So He would speak out when accountability is needed, when the players do not play well, and especially in the matchup that matters like a must-win 100%. Now, obviously, I'm going to criticize more as when the season starts. We need to win. We need to win. You know what I mean? So let's go. Let's see what happens, man. Gio excited for both Tutu Culture shows this week. Always a fun live. Big up. Big up. Of course, man. Guys, I have some news for Tutu Culture as well. We're going to be doing an in real life meetup in New York City soon. I don't know the date yet. It could be this weekend coming up, or it could be next weekend. We're trying to figure it out. What date suits, and obviously, I think I'm good for this weekend, so we'll find out. I'm gonna speak with the boys. So whoever's in NYC, it's gonna be like a meet and greet or meeting at this nice place. So, bro, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Maybe we'll record like a little podcast in person. So we'll see. We'll probably get a couple mics. Tell people to get a couple mics and stuff like that. We'll connect it. Be pretty cool. So, listen, JuveCorner cast to the Calcio. We're making moves. We're making moves, everybody. And I got a lot of good surprises because I'm talking with my brother Frank. The guy that's also doing the giveaway, so make sure to go check it out, guys, on Instagram. There's a giveaway for Juve Corner Cast. If you guys are interested in getting a Vinny Jr. signed jersey, make sure to definitely do that. Of course, then they all clap team before this year, only signing. Yeah, listen, bro. I mean, yeah, I'm hearing the words of Chiesa coming back to Juve. I'm hearing those again. Let's see. Let's see, man. You know what I mean? From day one, you have Parma, right? Yes. We have Parma. I believe we have Parma at home. So, obviously, we need to win. We need to win against the smaller teams. No offense to them, but we need to start winning against the smaller teams. And start, of course, doing okay against the big teams. Because if we could win against the smaller teams, then we could really compete. We could really compete, man. You know what I mean? Oh, bro. We made some signings on Tutti Calcio. We got a Roma fan and a Lazio fan that is actually going to be joining the show, by the way. So it's going to be great, bro. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm excited for Tutti Calcio for the way it's going to, especially imagine in the season, bro. It's going to blow up even more. You know what I mean? Especially when the season starts, bro. It's going to be fantastic. You know, so definitely keep an eye out for Tutti Calcio, everybody, because that's a wonderful show that I really created, man. Very happy. Very happy about that, man. Yeah, man. It is what it is, Moss. You know, I mean, obviously we would do more and stuff like that. You know, but obviously we'll make like a big post and stuff like that as well. So it's okay. Joe, if we start off bad this season, Tudor will be gone before Christmas, 100%. But at the same time, Dan, who do we replace him with? Who do we get? Who do you think that's convincing that could really take over the job that Tudor has already taken? Would you give him the benefit of the doubt? I mean, obviously, if he's doing bad, we have to get somebody. But who? We'll find out because coaches, we'll see. Because his dad was better. Watched him lots. Yeah. Oh. Well. Yeah. First big game is against Inter in the Classico. Yes, in the Derby d'Italia. Not the the first big game. I believe so. But in my opinion, you know what I mean? They're all big games. Every single Serie A game is a big game because these smaller teams are really they really are not scared of these big historic teams anymore. They're really not scared. They really would do that, man. Oh, this will be perfect, bro. This will be perfect, brother. Imagine this. Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit. About it. Yeah, no, he's probably gonna say a couple things about this the transfer, but at the same time, listen, Napoli had a crazy window, so they have nothing to really complain about. It's just getting like another rotational player, probably. That's it. I mean, for me, obviously, if they added Ndoye, watch out. They probably would have done. They probably would have won. Gift in the Scudetto at that point, but they didn't. So, listen, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna talk trash about them, because listen, I have respect for the teams that do win the Scudetto. Respect. Obviously, we'll banter. You know how it is. We all banter stuff like that. But in terms of what we're doing, I can't say nothing because at the moment, what is my club doing? We're doing nothing, really. Joao Mario, not a convincing signing. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Yeah, man. It is. Yeah, exactly. Listen, Fabregas would be an insane. That would be an insane pickup, but I doubt it would happen. I doubt it would happen. Gianfranco Zola and Vialli were awesome players. Yeah, 100%. And you did all the fixtures for Juventus for the league. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, Adam, about this? You think like predictions like that? I'm not gonna do predictions until the market is done. I've already said my piece. I'm not gonna do predictions. Also, I definitely would do it before the season starts, but I'm not gonna do that. Not yet. Only the Serie A, I'll do predictions. UCL will be different. UCL draw is in August. You guys, which part are you in? I'm not sure. I haven't checked the UCL yet, so because I've been on like a little holiday here and there, also with family and stuff like that. So it's been a little bit tough for me to really look at stuff. But yeah, no, I believe I saw all the Serie A fixtures. I didn't see the UCL fixtures as of yet. But if they're up there, let me know in the chat, and we'll go through it too. But I do want to mention about Weah. Let's talk about Weah because I saw it earlier, and we'll read it. Let me see here. Where is it? Where is it? Where was the agent that said it? New context between Juventus and okay, so there's expected this week from Di Marzio as well for Colomani. Rugani is going to be staying at the club supposedly. He's getting there. Where is? Aha. Let me see. Wait a second. Ah, that's why, guys. This is why the Timothy Weah deal isn't being finalized for the Marseille. This is why. Okay, so we're gonna read this because I just saw this. So Timothy Weah was pushing hard to join Marseille, but the tension around the move stems from his agent. So it was the agent's fault. And the agent made statements, which I'm going to read it too as well with what he said. Today, referencing a member of the Juventus sporting department causing problems. We'll see if the deal gets through, but one of the holdups around the transfers is his agent's commissions. You know, this is where now, because I just read this, and this is from Matteo Moretto and Fabrizio Romano, this is where I'm like, okay, seriously? The agents? Obviously, what he was saying about the Juventus sporting department is 100%, a concerning factor. But the fact that he's actually making a big problem out of this is so stupid. So stupid. And it really is concerning, man. And I really don't like it. But these agents, they're saying this, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you, man, 100%. Rafael, 100%, bro. It really is a shit show. Juventus at the moment, in terms of everything, is a shit show. That's not good, man. I really don't. I'm not really confident, bro. I mean, I'm not confident in what the Juventus management is really doing. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I don't care. If the player wants to leave, why are you letting him stick around? Get rid of him. If he wants to leave, get rid of him. Because guess what? He's going to be a problem in the future if he stays. And if he does stay, he's just going to stay for that damn paycheck. So we don't need that. Juventus doesn't need that right now. So that's not good. Not good at all, man. I know Comoli does want at least 18 to 20 million. That's what they're saying. you know? And the crazy thing is, we're going to talk about the agent, right? Let's talk about the agent. The agent says about 3 members in the sporting department. It's run by 3 at the moment, right? The new guy that just came in, which I doubt, right? It was him, because there's no way, right? Komoli, that's really the head of everything. And then you got Chiellini. Those 3 guys. He talked that 2 of them had class. The other one looked like it was like a chicken without a head. That's what the statement was. Basically what he was trying to say. And I know we already know who he's talking about, because he made it so damn obvious. Because it can't be Chiellini, man. There's no way that he's saying that about a World Cup winner. Not why I say World Cup winner, Euro winner, and about a player. Why did I say World Cup? Ma che cazzo? He's not no World Cup winner. I mean, Euro winner. You know, won many titles with Juve legend. Without doubt. You know, this is just not good in terms of everything. And look, it's not going to be the new guy. What's his name? The technical director. It's not going to be him. So it's Komoli. And that's not a good sign. You know, and then I really don't like these agents, man. They really are really, really nasty for sure. Well, he wanted to go now, maybe not with his best friend. Well, let's see, bro. Let's see, because listen, if we can't have a parasite on the team that wants to leave, and we still have him on the team, you know, we can't have that, because there's so much drama that's going on with this, man. Closing out by Pepia. Komoli wants 20 million euros, and Marseille only wants to offer 15. Pay up or find someone else. We have been saying we need to sell better, and this could be a step in the right direction. I agree. And this is why I criticize the agent, because listen, the club needs to make money. You're making it harder now, because now you're actually saying some stupid shit, you know, which is really, like, really dumb. You know what I mean? Like, if the player, like listen, who are you? Like, I'm talking about the agents here. Wait, as agents, who are you to determine if the player wants to go to a different club? Why are you stopping it? You're supposed to help the player. You're supposed to advise the player. You know what I mean? What to do. It's also Weah's choice. You know what I mean? If I was Weah and this is happening, I would say, you know what? You know, get out. But at the same time, it's just not good, man. You know, so need to do the same thing with Vlahovic, 100%. Why, bro, Davide? Why is Juventus letting Douglas Luiz, Vlahovic, who else? Weah, all play? Freeze them out. Where's this Juventus, man? Where's the Juventus? Why are we still letting them train? There's no idea in this sporting the management. There's nothing. There's nothing that convinces me, and that is a worrying sign. And it all goes all the way back to the one that's on top of it all, John Elkann. I've been saying this for so long already. He doesn't know what a clue he's doing. He's letting other people have control. I mean, but as you can see, he's not really working. Here's that. Look what he's doing, and I'm gonna get off football for a second. Look what he's doing at Ferrari, right? With F1. What the heck? If he's not feeling there, what makes you think that he's gonna be doing well at the Juve in terms of managing it, owning it? You know what I mean? Being there. I think people forget about that, man. How is the agent going to talk shit about Juventus management being at fault for this deal not being done, but it's a commission in the way? Yeah, man. That's the thing. And that's why I'm like, who are you? Like, seriously, man. For him to really do that, this is why agents are really, really ruining everything, man. It really, really sucks. Big up to Antonio every single time, bro. Ciao Paisano says, Gio, you think we could get Chiesa back on loan? There will be a chance, Antonio. There has been a lot of Chiesa rumors again, just because Chiesa's he's out at Liverpool. Supposedly he's not. I think he wants to. Chiesa wants to return to Serie A as well. So Serie A is his priority destination. The only club that I really see getting Chiesa would be Juve. Milan is because they're keeping Leao, so I don't see them getting Chiesa. Maybe Napoli, but at the same time, they're going after supposedly Sterling. I saw that in the chat or something like that, which would be crazy if they do. I would laugh so damn hard into the couch, man. Oh man, I would love that. But yeah, yes, Chiesa is definitely on the decline, 100%. But we'll see, man. I don't know. But you just mentioned the agents are ones messing around. Agents want players transfer for commission. I don't believe Tim was demanding the move. It's agency. No, supposedly Timothy Weah is pushing for the move. That's what I'm reading here from Mate Moretto and Fabrizio Romano. That is what they're saying. It's not the agents. It's the agents' fee, I believe, and of course the transfer for the commissions is like that. And also, I think also with the disagreement with Juve now, but Juve want to sell for 20 million, but they're just making that problem now, which is crazy. So we did it to Chiesa. Chiesa, but not Vlahovic. Vlahovic is 10 times worse and has a worse attitude than Nico. 100%. I agree. I 100% agree. You know, agents want the transfers. Well, I have the news right in front of me. Supposedly, I don't know. I don't think so. It's not supposed. Freeze amount, Juve is bigger than any player. 100%. Freeze Alcon out too. I wish, man, because it's him. It all starts from him. If the company, right? Let's say that Juventus is a business, right? Which technically it kind of is, right? If you think about it, but it's like a sporting business. It's a sporting management, right? If the company is not doing well, where does it all start from? The owners, bro. Then it goes down to the management. Then it goes down to the coach, and then it goes down to the players. You know, we've been trying already, right? Getting rid of new players, right? Not working. Coaches, we've been sacking so many coaches, right? And what happened? Then management, we got rid of Giuntoli. Same stuff is happening. So who's still left? It's Elcon. 100%. He's definitely one of the guys that I think is the antagonist of this Juventus project, right? Of this Juventus thing. But of course, we could also even say Paratici as well, 100%. Yep. But that all starts from the top. So he's going to be Atalanta's replacement for Look. Really? I mean, that I could see that. I could see Chiesa maybe going to Atalanta or something, but it all depends if they pay up, right? Or unless they could get him on loan, but we'll see. I only see Chiesa really coming back to Juve, bro. And he's actually open to it. He did say that, and I believe it was an interview that he's actually open to the move or something like that. So I would love to have Chiesa back. He is a touchline winger, and we don't play with touchline wingers. Where would he play? I believe we would probably change the formations, probably, bro. If he would be able to come, I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see because maybe he would rotate with this or Conceição, you know. But I didn't listen. We take Chiesa and he could really revive himself, especially with playing time, because Liverpool hardly ever gave him playing time, and usually when he played, he would score. So they just never did. Yes, we are, Rafael. Yes, we are, because Motta never found a new team. He never found a new team to really, to be in, really. So we're still paying that damn salary for him, which sucks. We're paying Mortadella's salary, man, which sucks, man. That was before JD came to Juve. I think McKennie needs to go and could keep rotate with Conceição. No, this was a dig. This was no. This what the Timothy Weah news. This was let me see, 4 hours ago. JD came in the beginning of the month. Didn't Paratici? Yes, we saw that. Big up to my guy. Big up to my guys. This guy special likes. Of course, guys, you already know what to do. Share the content as always. And we're going to keep it going. Yes, Bologna, another team that's going to be doing very well next season. They're going to be doing very well again. So, watch out for them because they also got Immobile, which Immobile can do well in Serie A. So we all seen it. Especially on their Italiano, watch him score a lot of goals. Antonio says, Gio, would you take Insigne? He wouldn't be my priority signing, right? He wouldn't be my ideal, but if Juve have no choice, then okay, well, why not? But I don't think that Juve is going to be going after Insigne. I don't see it. Plus, would Insigne want to come to Juve? Don't know. You know what I mean? Wait, I wanted to go, but then Jonathan David. Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. This would make sense. This would make sense. I agree. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? I mean, especially after what happened with that agent. Who knows, man? You know what I mean? But it's up to Weah to also make a move, man. I mean, because he's in charge of those agents, bro. I mean, he could fire them on the spot if he wanted to. I don't know what he's doing in terms of that, but it's not good. It's not good at all. Now that Vega to LA goes off because of Hanko, do you see us finally getting back in for Vega? 100%. I hope Juve do get Vega. That would be great because he's already played for Juve for 6 months. He did very well in his loan spell. I think that he could do even better if he was actually a permanent player for Juve. You know what I mean? I think he could be very solid with Bremer too. He'll be solid. He'll be very solid. Insigne is done. Didn't even try it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why I'm like, yeah. That's why for me, Insigne wouldn't be the ideal signing. But if Juve want him for depth, okay, and maybe for experience, okay, but it's not enough in my opinion. I would stay away as far as possible, but it is what it is. Yeah, and every single training video, JD and Way are together. That's true. That is true. When I was watching the training video today, they're both together when they're walking out, and when they went, like even when these guys were running, they were running together, which is okay. I mean, but we'll see. What happened? He turned down England moves. Weah, now Marseille fell through. Yeah, he did. Even Nottingham Forest were after Weah too, and I believe Weah rejected. Vega and Chiesa, I believe you mean. Both have to leave their clubs. They are not going to risk on not getting called for the World Cup. And that's another thing, guys. Getting called up for the World Cup. Now, a lot of the players are going to really try their best this season to really get to the World Cup. I mean, to really to get called up. So I think this could be a good season in terms of really the motivation, maybe for the players. I mean, listen, I would perform. I would want to perform very well to get called up if I was a professional player like that. You know what I mean? You're representing your country in the World Cup, 100%. You know what I mean? So hey, it is what it is. Yes, his father was. He was an AC Milan legend. But in Serie A. Yeah, Gattuso was also at the training ground as well. Wow. So, guys, I just saw some news about Douglas Luiz, right? In order to avoid a capital loss, Douglas Luiz must be sold for 39.97 million euros. Juventus, bro. You better sell him, man. Just sell him already, bro. It's a fraud. My gosh. Let's see if there's any more news. During yesterday's statements, only wants 18-20 million for the market sale, which would create the stalemate between Juventus and Marseille, who are not willing. So Marseille is also not willing to pay for the 18 to 20 million they want because Marseille is only offering and are not willing to pay more than 14 to 15 million euros. The reason is because Juventus accepted this much from Nottingham Forest. Wow. Well, that's on also the Juventus manager's fault in the first place because they did that. So that that's their own fault for doing that, man. Honestly, this is another thing with Timothy Weah, man. It's crazy. The negotiations between, okay, we saw that. Let me see. If we sell Douglas Luiz, who is your ideal replacement? Also, if we get rid of him, Hoylemund from Sporting, the midfielder from Sporting, get that guy. 100% away, get that guy. Definitely would change everything in the midfield for sure, man. Douglas Luiz is going to be fined. Saw that. Bro, and then I see a news from Giovanni Albanese that says that Lloyd Kelly is back with the group earlier today. Oh my gosh, bro. Just oh man. If we okay, we saw this one. Wouldn't Chiesa suit Newcastle United as well? Gio Tonali isn't as yeah, maybe, right, to really revive a player. Let's see, Ben. Hoylemund and Thuram. Locatelli will be that rotational piece unless we change formation, we go to a 3-5-2, right? I don't see us going to a 3-5-2. I would see it because we're playing in a 3-4-3, so it probably it most likely will be Hoylemund and Hoylemund and Thuram. That would be my ideal, right, in the midfield. Locatelli will be their rotational player. Let me see. In addition, so Juventus want to keep Rugani as well for next season. We're giving a chance to Rugani for experience, which I think that's a fair play. You listen. I don't think Rugani was ever that bad. People just really thought that because he was in the shadow of Chiellini, Bonucci, Barzagli as well. So makes sense. Let me see here. But yeah, man. If we sell Luis, okay. If we sell, let me go back up a little bit. I hope we find a way to delete Gonzalez, Coop, McKennie, Weah, Dusan, Kelly off this roster 100%. I hope we do find a way, man. Because not for me, man. I hope we definitely do something about this. We get rid of a lot of these players, man. If we sell Luis, I would love Tonali, and I would keep Miretti. If we sell McKennie, Tonali's far. It's a dream, bro. Antonio, it's a dream. It will be a dream. It's not going to be a reality till unless Juventus improves. We actually do something. Let's see, but not there at the moment. Yeah, some Prem club will eventually pay for Douglas Luiz. Yeah, I think so. 100%. Yes, these are my two. Sell Douglas Luiz, McKennie. If we could do that, we get Hoylemund. That's my ideal thing. If we could sell both of those, we get Hoylemund. And obviously, I think right after those, get rid of Vlahovic. I mean, listen, you can put Vlahovic in the mix, get those three guys out immediately. I don't want to see them anymore. Yeah, literally, bro. Flopped. He flopped really bad at Juve. Yeah, I agree. Rafaelo, Juve would be good to get. Yeah, Hoylemund, I think would be really, really a good addition for this Juventus. I think that would be a great sign. Be a great sign. Will be a positive. We'll probably be speaking about positive news, right? Maybe I missed this, but what are your thoughts on going for Leone? He is expensive and not even going to play with us next season. Me personally would prefer Vega 100% because we need someone right away. If we get Leone, right, and for I believe we were offering, Juve is going to supposedly offer 25 to 30 million, and then we send him on loan, which in my opinion, 30 million is too much, but if we could get him for 25 and then send him on loan for a season, and then we get Vega, I think that would be a plus. But obviously, that's not going to happen. you know. But I think I agree with you on this with the Vega. We need a player that could, because we need someone right away, 100%. So I agree with you on this comment. Listen, but at the same time, Leone, I think if we could get him as well, along with Vega, that would be great. You know what I mean? Because then Leone has time to really grow. You know what I mean? At bottom for one more year, and then we have, then we could bring him back, and then he's ready. You know what I mean? But obviously, I 100% agree with you. If we get Vega, that would be a big bonus, bro. Because remember, we're gonna have Bremer back, and then we're gonna have Cabal as well. He's coming back too, so it's gonna be great. No, I'm not saying Hoyland. I'm saying Hoyland or whatever. Not Hoyland, Hoyland. I believe it's. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but it's something similar to that. I believe it's Hoyland, right? I'm not saying Hoyland. Hoyland would be different. I'm not. I don't want Hoyland. Hell no. But yeah, again, Vega would be my priority in terms of the back, right? If we're going to say that. Yes. He does want to stay at Parma, supposedly. So I think that would be the, if we could say that, right? If we could do that. But yeah, man. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. That would be great. They would be great. I mean, listen, Leone would be good, but at the same time, is like, is he ready to really come to Juventus and to be a starter right away? I don't think so, because if he's talking about staying at Parma, then Juve has no choice but to loan him at least for one more season, and then he could be ready when he comes back. And we'll have, if we, like I said, if we could get him, and then we could put him on loan, and then we have Vega that could come right in, that'd be great. That would be great, man. Because then he wouldn't have any pressure to come back quick. You know what I mean? So. Oh, thanks, bro. Thank you, man. Oh, grazie, Raffaello. Yeah, my friend. And oh, you're a Juventus fan too. That's great, man. That's great. So I believe it's my first time seeing you in the chat, brother. Great to have you. Great to have you here in the live chat too, bro. And also great to have Mas as well. Go to Mas every single time. Any last questions, guys? If he stays at Parma, he is not getting that World Cup. No, I don't think he will. But like I said, if he does perform, you never know. I mean, if he performs, you never know, because at this point, they're always calling up these guys, so you never know. And pay for the QBRCB even Serie A experience. This guy, bro. Of course, it's Liam that's gonna say something crazy, bro. Of course, bro. Nah, man. You're the donkey, bro. You're the donkey all the time, bro. Every single time, Liam, you're the donkey, bro. Mr. Jabba the Hutt, bro. Yeah, but let me see here. Any news, any questions, guys, that you have for me? Let me know. And then because I'm going to be ending the stream. Big up Liam, bro. Big up my guy. We'll talk after the stream, bro. We'll talk after the stream. But yeah, any questions from me, guys? For Juve news, I'm going to try to do this. Well, tomorrow's Tutte Calcio, so I'll try to do maybe an earlier stream of Juventus news again. I'm going to try to do a lot more of these. So if anybody has any questions about any type of Mercato news, which tomorrow there will be definitely a lot more, so let me know. Let me know. Harry Maguire, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, let me know. Anybody have any more questions? If Sancho to Dortmund is real, who would be the alternatives? At the moment, I don't know. I really don't know who would be the alternative, right? The alternative, I think, would be Chiesa, right? Because who else is really out there? That Juve, in terms of being realistic, who would you get, right? I only see Chiesa, man. I only see Chiesa. Or maybe, hey, I just thought of a name. Zegrova. Zegrova. Imagine. Juve actually would go after Zegrova. That would be something. If you get Zegrova. Do something go somewhere late in the window. In my opinion, it's either between Milan or United. They could do that. I mean, I think that we in terms of that, bro. Sure. But yeah, guys. I mean, listen. Smash the likes. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe buttons. I am going to be ending the stream, guys, because it is getting late for me. And plus, I have to do other stuff tomorrow with work and stuff like that. But smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. You already know what to do. Share the content as always, guys. It was great to see everybody in the chat. It was also great to see a lot of new faces as well, new people in the chat as well. With Rafaelo, big up to you, my guy. Says that he would be great, but wasn't Juntli the one who had interested in him? Nakamoli, as far as we know. True, but I think that Zegrova would be great because remember, he had chemistry with Jonathan David, which we had now. And just like Ma said, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be a crazy thing, right? I mean, listen, imagine him as maybe like a rotational player with Chico and then Yildiz as well. He's playing with a better squad, on paper. So it is what it is. But yeah, big up, man. Big up to everybody in the chat again. Like and subscribe. We're gonna be on the show, and we'll see you soon, everybody. Ciao, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Couch Show, and of course, maybe another stream. We'll do a stream like right before this one as well. So yeah, stay tuned, everybody, and stay tuned for a video because I'm gonna be doing a video on the Douglas Luiz situation because I do want to have my rant on it. So stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next stream. Ciao, everybody.
This is Alan Russ's production.